And we're live for episode 2 of allinai.com, baby. Yeah. 90% certainty that I have the .com. I need to check, but yeah, we have it. And next episode, we're going to start with music. DJ Ray is going to come up with some AI copyrighted or non copyrighted music, should I say. And we're going to vibe. What do we have today, Mr. Ray? Bernie wants 50% of AI company. Let's start with that. Or should we start with your stuff?
Oh,
Should we go with your stuff?
yeah. Let's talk about Fable. I was just telling you the story. So
You
like
were telling me a
literally,
fable.
yeah, on Saturday, what was it, Friday? I forget the exact day. I was chatting with Fable. That's the Claude model that got banned or whatever. And I asked it to build me something that only it could build. And it built me this. It's on sunnyray.com. Look at this. And you just move your mouse around, or on the iPad, it's even more delightful. You can change these colors. It has nothing to do with anything except it's just delightful. And like you said, it just feels so AI-ish. Yeah. So what are your thoughts, man? How do you feel like not having access to the most intelligent AI and just like, because I don't know, Trump's guy, you're muted, eh? Trump's guy just decides or whatever
Yeah.
not to give us access, and now all of a sudden we're all banned.
Yeah. What happened specifically? So the US government ordered Anthropic to shut off worldwide access to Cloud 5, citing national security. So
Mm.
that's total fucking bullshit, in my opinion. But it's sort of, I don't know. My read of the situation so far has been that Dario is really good at PR. And yes, Mythos exposed some vulnerabilities, but technically, a bunch of smart people with AI could create agents to expose vulnerabilities. By the way, that's already happening. So I think Dario like overhyped the model in itself, the PR, and it turned back in his face, right? But Dario is mostly very successful so far, right? So it's not like, oh, karma, bitch. No, it's more like guy is like so successful that yeah, right now he's getting a bit of lashback. What's your take on it? Obviously, you know my take on the government. I think government should not touch anything, especially this administration. Total incompetency. But I liked UFC 250 though. That was a good idea, Mr. Trump.
Was
That
good.
was smart. And the fights were really good, right? Like Alex Poitin got knocked out by Cyril, the French guy. It was such a fight. And another big upset was Gaethje putting the lights out on Topuera, which is a total beast, right? So that was very, very entertaining. Uh, Sean O'Malley put the lights out on your cousin.
On my cousin. Who did Sean O'Malley fight? I'm trying to remember even.
Hurry.
Oh, right. That's oh man, I wish I was related to those guys. He's like that's like John oh my god. Uh
But hey, Zahari, just for reference, right? I was like, this guy fights
like
oddly, but he was really good. Zahari he kept like giving leg kicks on Sean O'Malley, and that was like, okay, that's smart. And then Zahari, right? That's the head coach of Tristar in Montreal, the guy that coached GSP, George St. Pierre, right?
that's
And I
what I
looked him
remember.
up, and I think he's his younger brother. So they had
Yeah.
a very good strategy.
Yeah.
Um, and what, dude, I need to talk about that. This show is obviously not about UFC, although I love Dana White's war mode mentality. I dislike a lot of things about him as well. But um, Sean O'Malley, dude, he's a genius, okay? Because when he knocks people out, he raises his hands like this, and that even if the fight is not like ended, and he gives the hint to the referee to stop the fight, and that's what happened with Zahari. If you watch a knockout, Zahari was stunned. Okay, he ate like, especially the second punch, dude. That shit came out so hard, but he still had his mind, you know. And Sean O'Malley was like, "Yeah, we're done." And the referee gave him, and it wasn't Herb Dean, right? Herb Dean's the best referee ever, So I thought like, okay, that's evilishly smart, O'Malley. You're like, he is the only guy that gamed the UFC that way. And that guy's very smart, by the way. It's Sean O'Malley. Obviously the fight was in US, right? So it's like he really tricked the referee into giving him the match, because if the Zahari guy would have got back on his feet, O'Malley didn't have legs, dude. He like leg kicked him like 20 times. So anyway, I thought that was intriguing. And this show's not about UFC, so I'm not sure why we hit that tangent.
Well,
Really bad
we could start an MMA version as well. I know I love UFC though. I watched all of them. In fact, this morning I was watching Hoatan or whatever, like the crazy Brazilian guy. He was complaining.
start.
He was complaining that he was hit in the back of the head essentially, and he thinks
Dude,
Herb Dean.
He had no chances. It was so heroic that he kept on his feet. Dude, I was like, how can you stand on your feet after 20 hard punches? That was incredible also. Anyway, didn't mean to.
Yeah. No. I mean, all in all, yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't have too much to share on it. I do watch it though with and then Gaethje. Oh my god, dude, that was such a underdog. Like, what's his name, to Perea?
He's so good.
It was like 100%. Like, it wasn't even like a 1% chance in his mind that anything bad could happen. And the fact that Justin Gaethje, the American, literally Homer Simpson, like the guy just comes out there and just takes a beating. But like, oh, he's so good, man. He's got heart.
Okay, but the point is that Dario was not at UFC 250. That's the headlines, right? Dario wasn't there, while all the other AI CEOs were there. Did you caught that? That's the headline.
All the other AI CEOs were there. Oh, so it was like Elon and all these guys, and
yeah. So
Sam Altman.
yeah, like pretty much all the AI boys were there, right? But he wasn't. That was the headline. What's your take on Fable 5? Like me, I think it's just like a personal vendetta, right? We know like how this guy thinks is like everything's personal. Even the presidency is to increase his net worth, right? Like that's at least 60, if not 70% of his objectives. It seems like another personal vendetta.
Oh, you're talking on that level. Oh, well, I mean, I've done a little bit of research, not too much, but from what I know, what's happening is the government, or actually, no, somebody from Amazon found or jailbroke the system, right? And you know how all these systems are super easy to jailbreak. Like within like, I don't know, like an hour of them releasing, there's a guy named Tiny Needle or something on Twitter. I just started following him the other day, and he just like releases exactly how to jailbreak everything. But the thing is that so they said, hey, look, if it can be jailbroken, then this is dangerous, which there's a kind of a point there. And then Dario and them pushed back saying, dude, every one of them is jailbreakable. Like that's an unsolved problem with AI. So I just think I don't know what to think, dude. I think it's interesting. It's like I feel so. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like antsy when Fable came out. I felt like I wasn't using it enough or something, or I felt like it was burning too many tokens. Oh, right. They had a timer where they said within 2 weeks, we're going to go to API on Fable and you're going to have to pay like 10x more or something crazy. So that was giving me a bit of heartburn. So I'm just appreciating Opus, like maxing that shit out. I don't know, man. I'm just delighted by all this stuff. I showed you what I built. Like, it's crazy. Like, who knows what's going to be possible? What are you sharing here?
Reporting this week noted skepticism that a jailbreak was ever the true case, because that's what the government says. So the most cited read is the jailbreak was the pretext, the surveillance weapons refusal was the context, right? Like the real thing, and the export control directive was the mechanism.
That's deep.
That's a bit too complex for my brain to fully compute, but at the end of the day, when it comes to this guy, when it comes to Voldemort, it's simple. Most of the time it's simple. It's not like a too complex theory type of thing. This guy's brain is like 1 + 1 = 2. So most of the time it's like that simple, right? And that's what we call politics. That's why he's good at it, because politics like simple and just like moving cards around. What's the
Hey,
second topic?
do you want to put my screen up again? I
Yeah.
kind of took it off. But I mean, so I noticed the first thing that we pulled up, we actually kind of touched on it, I think, on the last
Dude,
episode.
that's the last order, right? Like
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna
it's
zip
like
past that one.
Mastercard launches agent.
But this one I don't think we talked about yet. They launched Agent Pay for machines. So it's like
Yeah.
super crazy and cool. I told you my new two favorite words where I think, because we talk about Bitcoin, I talk about AI, robotics. My new favorite two words is machine economy, right? So I think that's the white space, whatever, that I want to occupy and really kind of geek out on. So yeah, so I think this is massive, right? The agent pay for machines with 30 plus partners, including Coinbase, Ripple, Aave, and letting verified AI.
402x failed, right?
Hmm?
That I think that's the main thing, because you and I we've been searching that 402x sort of sunsetted, and that was Coinbase, right?
Oh,
Did you
probably for this reason. No, I didn't know that they sunset, but
402x sunsetted? That's important. That's very important, and I know that because I talked about it with Cole. Shout out to Cole from Locust Bay, YC guy. I was on my podcast, the Waterloo guy.
hmm,
And he and I were talking about that. So, but Stripe is still in that race, right? So who did they partner up with? So Coinbase, Ripple, okay. There's no like AI
Aave.
there. Only like
Well, no, but see, this is what I mean though. But this network that they built is for agents. So it's for AI, as in the network is built. I keep saying like crypto is what AI will understand. They will not understand Swift or Interact or whatever, right? It's going to get Bitcoin, it's going to get Ethereum and all these things. So look what it says. So when the largest card network builds a stablecoin rail for machines to pay machines, the machine economy stops being a thesis and becomes infrastructure. So we're at that stage now. It's not theoretical. Like we're
but
look at
the
this.
TAM is so low, right? Like that was the conversation
The
between me
what?
and
The
Cole.
TAM?
The total addressable current market is fucking weak. Cole said 50K per day, and out of that 50K, most of it is uncapturable. Is so his addressable market of coal was like, I don't know, dude, 3K per day. That's the current state of
Coal?
agentic payments. Yes,
Who's coal? Sorry, which coal are you talking about?
coal of Locust Pay, the YC guy just told you about.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess the bigger question is do you think agents are big?
So I think they're gigantic. I think it's a
Exactly.
$1
Like
market.
agents could replace all of human, like total, like, so meaning that's the biggest market you could ever think of, right?
Yeah,
And
humans
I think,
take a huge blow.
what happened?
Team Human is about to take a huge blow.
Team Human. Coinbase lets AI agents trade and spend. So this was a big one this week. So Coinbase launched Coinbase for Agents, letting AI assistants like ChatGPT and Claude connect to accounts to trade and pay for data via the X402 protocol. So this just happened. So you said
Oh,
they
so they
deprecated
partner
it.
up. They
Yeah.
partner up.
Through Coinbase's MCP server, the X402 standard already processes roughly 75 million agent payments in 30 days across 94,000.
Yeah,
Wow.
but that's like micro payments. What
But that's just
defines
the
an
beginning.
agent as well? What defines an agent payment, right?
Tesla,
Because back then, dude, there was like automatic payments, right? So, and technically, you can create a chain of payment that is not fully agentic. Agentic is like smart, and I'm coming at a crossroad. There's multiple decisions. I need to compute thousands of points of data, and I'm making a smart decision based on that. That's agentic, right? So I'd like a definition on that.
okay.
Could be like just automatic payments. It seems like, yeah, there's a bit of PR playing that. Nonetheless, very interesting. What's next?
Tesla, this is something I'm personally super excited about, obviously, unveils Optimus V3 mass production nears. Tesla showcased its third generation Optimus humanoid in Shanghai, signaling large scale production could begin. Wow, July and August 2026. We're going to have humanoid this year. That's insane. V3 features 37 joints, improved
Yeah,
dexterity.
legally, I don't think they'll be like in the house, but
Yeah,
yeah, they're coming. Elon is
millions of
incredibly fast.
working humanoids are the demand side of the machine economy. Everyone is a future economic actor that has to earn and spend. I think this is incredible, dude. I don't know. I'm just so excited by it. Like, just imagine I have 10 humanoids that they're out and about doing mowing the neighbor's lawn. Another one is, I don't know, hopefully doing more higher productive, earning things, but anything, maybe whatever. Like, they could be just doing stuff all day.
Hey, dude, let's do one of mine as well. We can alternate.
Yeah, please.
Needs Bernie Sanders wants 50% of AI companies. Um, so, okay, wait, because that's obviously on the socialist side of things, and there's some stuff to be said about that. But I think it was Chamat, right? Like that kept saying that it's like 100% chance that the government actually ends up owning businesses. And like Bernie Sanders is very much on the socialist side of things. Trump is on the capitalist side of things, right? And with Trump, I think there's more chance that actually these businesses get acquired by the government eventually and become national risk. And I think that weaves elegantly to our first thesis about Fable, right? Like Fable got shut out of the game because the government is like scared as fuck. By the way, this is like when people react that ways because they're very scared, right? And when they banned Fable 5. So, what's your take on it?
Yeah, I mean that
Or do
Fable
you want
thing.
more context? Or do you want more context?
Sure.
Okay, so here is the context. So, which is pretty funny. Uh, in large AI companies, 200 million in annual revenues is pretty fucking funny. Dividend paid to Americans through a sovereign wealth fund. Sure, Bernie. What's Bernie's background, by the way? Can you pull that out? Like, is he a business guy or is he a fucking philosopher? Which I think is the second case. So, and I think that's a separate proposition to universal basic income, right? So let's not laugh at it too much. Let's have a discussion about it. But $1 trillion winner from yeah, that's if we hit AGI, creates direct citizen part, dude. Like citizens don't even know how to fucking lace their shoes. I don't want them to participate in AI. I think that would be chaotic. If anything, democracy would just burn the full world if they would have control with AGI. I mean, they elected Trump, right? So, bear case kills innovation, blah, blah, blah. Okay, what do you think? You have the context now. Do you think this is serious?
So he wants to just take half the money that AI companies generate in the form of taxation. I mean, it doesn't surprise me because he's a socialist. That's what he wants.
But Trump would take 100%, dude. Like straight up. That's like in his cards.
Yeah, I mean,
You
I
laugh,
don't.
but dude, that's what this
Oh
guy is.
no, I laugh because I don't know. It could be you're right. It could be you're wrong.
Oh,
Dude,
you know what
one
Trump
thing
would
I
do
know
with
about
these
Trump
companies?
is one thing
You
I
know
know
what
about
he
Trump
would
is
do with them? He would try to personally own them. That's what this fucking guy would do. That would be his play, if anything. He would he
that's what
would
you would
like he
that's what you
would
do with
place
crypto.
himself on the board or like yeah, he would do some shady fucking Trump shit with these companies.
I don't know. I don't know. I know the thing with Mythos and all this Claude stuff. It's scary because, dude, I don't. You heard right? Even I watch all of. I actually I like that guy. I don't know what to say. Like for example, Sam Altman. I'm not gonna lie. I don't enjoy watching his interviews. I don't like geek over it. Elon as well. He's okay, but he's a bit hard to listen to. But this Ahmed, I can't even say his name. Ahmadare, whatever the guy's name is, right? The Claude guy. I just find like myself like paying attention when he talks. Like I feel like he has this.
Interesting.
I find him to be deep. Now, whether he's morally right or wrong, whether what he's doing, so far in my books, he's kind of legit, right? Like for example, when he stood up to Trump, like whatever a month ago, he was very clear. He said, "Look, there's two." He's like, "We said they can do anything they want with it, except for two things. One is violate." What is it? The Second Amendment? Like essentially, like they don't want people spying on the United States, like the American people, using their tool. And I think most Americans can get behind that, which I thought was honorable. Second was he said, we don't want robots killing, humans without any human in the loop. Like, we don't think our systems are that good enough. So I don't know. When he said that, I was kind of like, are you gonna argue against that? Like, you want, they're building the tech. They obviously know, and they're like saying, no, it's not ready. And I mean, just even thought that it could be ready is like chilling, right? Like the fact that AI can just decide. This is like Minority Report shit. So I don't know.
With Trump
I
in
think
power, dude. Like the question is, do you trust Trump more than this guy? And the answer
more than Bernie, dude. Hell
no,
yeah,
no, dude, no, not Bernie. Like Trump and Dario. I trust Dario at least 1,000,000x more than I would trust the Trump guy. Let's go to the next one, because your news this week, dude. Your AI could have done a better job. I think my AI beat yours. OpenAI financial leak. Oh, that's a good one. Let me give you some context, mesdames et messieurs. And dude, that was exactly what we were trying to speak about last week. So apparently someone leaked that, and the revenue is 13 billion for 2025. Oh my God, the expenses 34 billion. Minus 21 billion operating loss. 1 billion active users. That's what we spoke about. And the valuation is almost equal to Claude and Anthropic, right? Fastest scaling consumer, blah, 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 bear case revenue, blah, blah, blah. Everyone focuses on loss. The real question, if OpenAI stops spending tomorrow, how profitable would it be? I mean, that's not the most contrarian questions, but yeah, any thoughts on that? I don't have much thoughts. We already discussed that one, right?
Yeah, I think I'm good. I mean, yeah, share my screen again, I guess, if you can.
SpaceX buys Cursor. I hope you have that one.
Oof, that's a good one, actually. That's a good one. I don't know.
Okay, then let's skip to that one. Then
I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, you have to share screen. There you go. Amazon crosses 1 million warehouse robots. That's pretty cool. Okay, this one is another good one. Anthropic files.
Dude, that's old. That's old.
Yeah, maybe it pulled it from the last month, but that's still pretty big.
Bro, your AI is fucked.
$1 trillion, frick. Microsoft shifts 7 in-house.
Nah, dude, like my
Meta
Meta
unveils Muse Spark. It's pretty good stuff, though. Microsoft launches autonomous auto. It's pretty super basic.
It's like corporate. Your AI is too corporate.
Yeah.
Okay. SpaceX buys Cursor. That's huge. Largest startup acquisition ever. That's huge, man. $60 billion. So how much did the founders get out of that? Let's estimate like probably 10% stake each. That's $6 billion each for the Cursor boys. By the way, I covered the Cursor guy, or I'm about to. Is that Guillermo Wrench? Or is that the Versal guy? Oh no, that's the guy here. Michael Trull, dude. Michael Trull. This guy's a very rich man. The Cursor acquisition, what does that mean? What does that mean for SpaceX? Why did they acquire Cursor, in your opinion?
Well, I mean, one thing that kind of comes to mind is they have their own models now that are actually quite amazing. And their models, I assume, are maybe like because of how much data they have, right? Like so many people use Cursor, and they use obviously ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini and all these other tools in the back, that they're this like perfect company, right, for Elon to go and swipe up, because like I said, they get to see really who's winning, who's losing, and then learn from that and build models that are better, which is kind of what he's trying to do, right? He's trying to catch up to Sam and to Claude. So I don't know. I just see him like kind of like an octopus. He's just swimming in from like every direction. Like he's like, here, use my space satellite data centers, and you know what I mean? Like, okay, now I'm gonna go buy up Cursor, and he's just, I don't know, man. Elon is playing a different game. I think he's just like on another level.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem to make sense on the front end, because Elon is more complex thinking, right? It's like a bit more complex to understand him. I think the argument, dude, is like to bolster the SpaceX IPO, isn't it? Massive base of developers, distribution he can route to Grok, so maybe a hiring angle, right? A proven coding agent product. Okay, so that he can merge with Grok and demand to feed Colossus his enormous computer. There's more research to be done on that one. Last one on my side, dude, for to let you go with your Snap AR glasses specs. $2,000 price point, right? So like 3x pricier than the Meta Ray-Ban that I have here. What do these fucking things look like? I've never been bullish on Snapchat and Spiegel. Have you ever been on your side? Oh my god, these things look dumb, man.
Yeah, I saw people making fun of this.
Oh my
Have I been
god.
big on
What is
Snapchat?
this?
No, I never got Snapchat, unfortunately. But I know people
So
that love Snapchat. So many of my friends, and it's more like a young
okay.
person.
AI needs eyes. AI glasses may become the natural. I think Zuck is onto something with like the Meta glasses, and I would bet more on Zuck than I would bet on Spiegel. Okay, what else do you have on your side?
Yeah,
Are
you're
we
right.
brain dead today?
My AI might have been a bit. Yeah, maybe it's because of Fable. Maybe that's why last week it was so good because I had Fable running, and now I've got like good old Opus qualities deteriorating. I don't know, dude. What else do I got? Not a whole lot more. I think it's just an exciting time. I don't know. Like agents are definitely taking shape. I told you I've got swarm of agents.ai. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with that. I am personally excited about. Oh, you want to do a screen share one more time?
Yeah.
Okay, so check this out. Are you ready? Whoa.
Yeah.
All right. This is what I'm super pumped about. This has been like my weekend project.
You need to rename that, bro.
Sure. I'm open to it. Sovereign. I mean, the AI itself came up with the name because you own the
You have a
data.
prospect with the exact same name.
Yeah, but this was 3 months before I met them.
Yeah,
And by the
this
way,
is
Sovereign is like
matter.
a pretty big name, dude. Anyways, yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to
It's
it.
either you rename or you get the .com. Nothing in between.
I can call whatever, dude. I'm down. Yeah, so this is like the ultimate thing that I've been trying to build for almost 3 years, which is the ultimate second brain. So it's essentially a system that knows me and who I am today down to my heartbeat. Okay, literally down to my heartbeat, down to every email, every WhatsApp. Like it's just fully contextually aware. Number 2, it also knows all my goals, net worth, body, family, whatever you deem to be important. Once it has those 2 data points, PI's only, and PI stands for personal AI infrastructure. It's not my words. These are just like open source tools out there that I put together. Incredible. It's like changed my life because like because it sits on, it's like a harness for Claude Code. So I speak to it in terminal and it's got access to everything. So I can literally just speak to it and it'll do anything I want it to do. Anything that's possible on a computer, you can essentially do, which is just wild. Okay, then there's Hermes. So if Pi is my second brain, Hermes is my digital arms and my digital legs. It allows me to execute. So it's like an execution layer, which is built on top of Codex. So this is on Claude Code. This is on Codex. They can both keep each other honest. But Hermes, like I said, is scraping websites, building websites, whatever I need, essentially going to Reddit, going to Twitter, figuring out what's important, putting together dashboards. Then you've got Karpathy's Council, which is like for like very highly strategic questions that I have. Like let's say we're working on something that's super important. It'll automatically route it to Karpathy's Council and it'll fan it across all the LLMs like Gemini, ChatGPT, blah, 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 Claude. And then it'll like reconcile. So like all hallucinations and all that stuff will be stamped out and you'll get like the answer will be the function of like Elon's companies, Google, Claude, like name it, DeepSeek, right? The Chinese open source, and they'll give you like this perfect answer. Paperclip is like multi-agent governance, so you can create a little corporation of agents. Be like, okay, you Mr. Agent, you got your budget is $5 a day, and your job is just go get more investor leads or whatever, right? Okay, you have another agent. Okay, your job is just you're like the project manager. You're this, you're that, and you can create a company of agents with it. That's all integrated. And then there's GBrain, which is like the Y Combinator thing, right? This is like, Gary Tan's thing, where it's like a semantic layer where everything, all your Obsidian, all of it is like kind of semantically accessible, so that it just understands your data and it's easy to
Is
pull
that
up.
operational?
Yes, this is what I'm using nowadays. It's in the background. It's more just like in the lab and for us, for our own operations. But I think this can easily be productized. I think a company that's doing 50 million, 100 million, for a CEO or C-level people to each have something like this, that's like, again, contextually aware of like everything, plus knowing where they're going, and then constantly working towards collapsing the difference between those two. So even when I'm not working, because the AI knows my goal, it should always be cranking, as long as I give it a little budget, like $10 a day or $5 a day. It'll be cranking towards trying to figure out how to collapse the difference. And then once it figures out an opportunity, Hermes goes out and actually does it. And my only function, like most of all of this, goes into my Gmail as drafts. So all I do is I have to go to my Gmail once a day. There's like 50 emails. And I just go send. Because most of it is all about sending someone something, but it'll build the website, it'll craft the email, do everything it needs to do, and just prepare it for me. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah,
But
it's
now I can literally
fascinating.
tell it. I can
I'm
literally
all
tell it.
ears.
I can just be like, dude, yo, tell me, yeah. Or
I'm
all
all
eyes.
ears.
Show my eyes.
Dude, the spec demo, it crushed his ears. That's the news. It's like his demo crushed his ears. But yeah, I'm
Dude,
all ears.
show my eyes.
Oh boy. No, yeah, for next time. It's too brutal.
Next time. Hey, should we take a little break? We got a call coming up in a few minutes. It
No
all
breaks,
points
dude.
one way.
No sleep, no breaks.
Yeah, no breaks. I
I
told
have
you,
a
bro.
couple of things, dude,
Yeah,
before
go
we
ahead.
close it off. Which I put in the doc, by the way. No, dude, I want to try your agent. Like, it's fascinating. Shout out to your sponsors. Let me share my screen. Well, Sovereign is one. Sunny's gonna get the .com, by the way. You have his word. Let's see. Oh, that's my screen. Founderhumor.com, bro. I mean, it's funny because you're building like agents. Meanwhile, I'm building that shit. CEO says we're not a family, we're a sports team. Brother man begins conversation with greetings. Dubai crypto bull swears move had nothing to do with his fugitive status and owning the government 1.2 million. Go watch this thing. It's freaking funny. Uber driver with just missed free exit begins advising passenger on crypto portfolio. Just go watch it. It's hilarious. Right, Sandy? You subscribe? You're in?
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, it's so
Hey,
funny.
we should like and retweet each other's stuff, because then we'll at least have one person liking and retweeting our stuff.
Dude, like,
That's my
thanks,
brother's
Elon.
idea.
Elon changed the game, dude. Since Elon owned it, he totally fixed all the blatant problems with X. And her second sponsor, dude, this one's a bit more serious, but I would just like to highlight the fact that you're building agents while I'm building this piece of shit.
Oh no, you definitely need humor, dude.
Yeah, but yeah, and
humor.
I think there's like product market fit, right? And this one's another good one. I think I sent you like Anton's one. Just while you eat, okay? Go on youtube.com at the great biographies. So the greats plural and biographies plural. This shit's gonna pop off. It's really good. And it's built mostly on the stack that you and I talked about, right? So founder humor, yes, founders need humor. It's such a low-hanging fruit. No one's doing it as well. It's built with AI, of course. My full backend is AI. And the backend of this one as well is fully AI. And you can see it's very much like David Senra's founder podcast. I don't know how you digest words, but I tend to do very well with words and audio while I eat. I don't need like fancy images, and this just gets like information really quickly in my brain. And obviously, I'll listen to it like times two or times three, right? So, anyway, what do you think about these two sponsors? Please don't shit on them.
I know I think the humor thing is cool. I'm gonna check it out. That's some funny stuff. Took some digs at the crypto bros. That's one of my favorite things to do as well. But what's it called? That looks cool too. I gotta check out the grades. That looks interesting.
Yeah, dude.
Uh,
So the lovable founder, Sign Bannister was another weird one. Jason Calacanis is a controversial one as well because a lot of people think J. Cal's a dumbass. He is, but he's also very smart on the media side of things, right? So, and as you know, like doesn't exist like one person that's only with positive points. There's always flaws in people, but yeah, J. Cal is. I sent you a good podcast with J. Cal, by the way, on the Acquired podcast. You should listen to that one. It's pretty good. So yeah, that's stuff that I'm working on, and pretty sure that
yeah, and
it'll pop off.
yeah, I was gonna say I had two. I told you right yesterday. I had a stream with a guy named Ben Schmidt. Had over 100 live viewers, which I was like, that's crazy. And then today I had one that had almost 200. So yeah, so it's I think I don't know, it feels good, to actually have some viewers once in a while. So
I
I'm having a
stopped
lot of
posting
fun
on
with it.
X, dude. I'm posting
Oh,
on
you stopped.
Substack nowadays.
You
Yeah,
post your
Substack.
video on Substack?
No, well, I do post videos on X, but I stopped like giving attention and hope to X as a platform, right? So Substack is like a newsletter platform, but then they launched this feed thing. You can see it here. So when you go to Substack.com, they're not competing with X, right? And obviously, I'd give these guys my trust and money like way before I would with Elon. At this point, is like the only thing I'm doing by posting and on X is like feeding a future competitor of mine, which is Elon, on his data, right? So I just like won't do it anymore. And Substack is way more intellectually honest, right? Oh, that's pretty rare. Um, why does Trump pop on Substack? That never happens, by the way. I'm gonna report this guy.
He's
Just kidding.
everywhere,
But no,
dude.
Substack, dude. Get on Substack. I'll follow your stuff on
I know, I'm on
Substack,
Substack.
and
I'm on
it gets more
Substack.
views. It gets more views as well.
Here, let me share my
Um,
screen then before you go. Wait, what's yeah, no, I'm definitely on Substack. I just it's like crickets over there though for me. Can you put my thing on screen? How do you do
Maybe
this?
that's because you have so many like
Look,
crypto
look,
degenerates that hang out on.
look. This is what is this? This is 6 hours ago. 241 views.
Yeah,
And
that's
11
good. That's
likes,
because you
7
have a
re
lot of crypto people, or
I don't know. What
because
I'm just
crypto
saying
folks
is
hang
like
out on X. Like I did my pod with the
look,
space guy, and he keeps on retweeting. That's the only views and notifications I get nowadays, almost.
so this is today, right? And then I told you yesterday I had one. That one also got a bunch of I don't know, just trying to tweak it. And here, look at this one, selling it all for Bitcoin. This is yesterday, 367.
Selling it all. Do you mean like Bitcoin degenerates
And
investing in SpaceX
yeah, I
IPO?
say I had a business partner.
Selling
We
it
were
all for
50-50
Bitcoin. So
on
he
a
sold his
handshake.
no, not he's a real
And,
estate guy.
Did he sell his
we
body?
acquired
No, he
20
sold
purchased
no.
more
He sold
properties.
all
Oh,
his
he sold it all.
People often ask me
Yeah.
like, how do you
Yeah, it's a nice
buy all
sketchy.
these properties?
Sponsored
But
by OnlyFans.
I don't know, definitely not escape velocity. But okay, let's catch up on the next call. Yeah, because
Let's wrap up. Let's circle back.
It's 4:30.
All right, let's go. So that
Later.
was the second episode of All In